Yeah, we got a little rain, but it was sunshine and rain at the same time. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, but it's the sun is shining a little bit early. It was a little gloomy. Not too hot today though. God is good, man. Never forget that. 100. Life happens, you can't stop it. Guns drawn, they gon' cock it. Still breathing, you can't knock it. God is good, you can't top it. Being real is my category. Oh, okay, I ain't spitting no sob story. If you down two and need a three, game time, I'm Rob Ori. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Gentlemen After Dark Wednesday. You know how we do it. We like to start off with a little bit of music. Shouts out to my guy, Leon Ross. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it tonight, y'all. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
We got some fellas here. Go ahead and start acknowledging my guests as they come in. Kitten, as she likes to call me. Hey, big boss. Kitten, I see you. How you feeling? What's good with you? What's good, though? Let me see if I can do it right. Pull up on me. Oh, we got Day Day. Soul Body Mind Detox is in the building. If you have not had a chance to get indulged, as she likes to say, man, you guys need to reach out to Miss Day and get that CBD special delight stuff, because ooh-wee, if you're trying to get some rest and sleepless nights is holding you back,
Yeah.
with her, for real. We got my Pulu in the building. Shell Jenkins, Pulu, Eminem to some of y'all, but Pulu to me. My sister all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Miss Candace, what's going on with you? I see you. Good evening, good evening. Mr. Leon Ross is back in the building, y'all. I'm going to introduce the panel in a few minutes. I'm going to continue just to give it a minute for the rest of the guests to get here. Let's see. I did say hey to Miss Candace. Ardina Garrett. Good evening to you. Congratulations on that grandbaby. Beautiful child. Man, life is a beautiful thing. That's all I'm going to say. Life is a beautiful thing. From the YouTube world, good evening to you, TLB. I'm going to find out who TLB really is. I don't know who they are, but I'm going to find out who they are one of these days. But hey, I know that they always here, and I thank you for your support for being here. Much love and respect. Miss Michelle, good evening to you. Thank you for joining in. The Mega Mask Hair Growth. I think I said it right. I think I did. If I didn't, forgive me. But she's that young lady with the hair growth. For those of us who might be suffering with alopecia and all that bad stuff, I won't call it good. Please, by all means, reach out to her. Happy to see everybody again. Want to give everybody a chance to get up in here. So let's do it like this to get us started.
This is Sasha, and you're now tuned in to Gentlemen After Dark, live in the studio with my dad, Onyx.
So forgot to say goodbye to Michelle, but hey, there we go. Welcome to Gentlemen After Dark, a place where grown folks can talk without judgment. Man, tonight I am excited. I am happy. I'm proud. I see you, Miss Michelle Finnison. I got to keep adding these in as we see it. Thank you. Too many Michelles back to back. There we go. Michelle, good evening to you. I'm excited tonight, you guys. Sean, I see you. it's going down in a big way. You know, tonight's topic of conversation is a beautiful one, in my opinion. We from the desert to the sea, and to all who have decided to chat with me, good evening. Sorry, y'all. It's that touchscreen laptop I'm working with. It just touching stuff. Anywho, tonight's episode of Gentlemen After Dark, Season 3, episode number 4. Guess what? We talking about dad versus father. What's the difference between a dad and a father? And wait a minute. Somebody's at the door. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's at the door. Hold on. We got somebody at the door. Well, look at here. It's my little brother, my little big brother, Clifton Lewis. Man, I got a full panel.
Full panel.
Ladies. Let me see if I can get closer to the mic. Ladies. We got a whole bunch of fellas up in here. It's a whole bunch of chocolate. And guess what? They all is daddies. Oh, I'm fathers. Daddy? Father. I don't know which one they are. They're going to tell you which one they are, but they all up in here tonight. We are going to talk heavily about the role of a father, the role of a dad. These fellas are here to share their opinions, their views. Of course, I am going to be looking for your views. Here we go, y'all. All chocolate. All chocolate.
Yeah.
Look at God.
How you want it? You want some dreads? You want a bald head? You want a little puff? Or you want just a clean? What you want? How you want it? You want it young? You want it old?
Man, y'all funny.
Hey, man, I got my dad in the building. He's been here. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for joining in. He's been here consistently for months now, y'all, and he's staying up past his bedtime. So without further ado, guys, I definitely want to take the time and give my fellas here the opportunity to introduce themselves. Thank you, fellas, for being here. My representation from the G, gentlemen, G's up. Thank you, my brother. It's good to see you. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead, click on your picture. When your face pops up on the screen, please, by all means, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit, you know, who you are, your name. If you got some kids, how many you got? And, you know, do you classify yourself a dad or a father? We'll get into the definition shortly after. And before we do that, I'm going to say hey to my mom. Good evening, Mom. Thank you again for staying up with my dad. Appreciate you. So here we go. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee. I think we're going to do it like that. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do it. There we go. We're going to do them like that. There we go. Sorry, brother. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee. You are?
I'm Devin. I'm from Memphis, North Memphis. I got 4 children. I got 2 boys, 2 girls, and I'm retired.
You retired from having kids, or
hey, I done did my part, man. I've already did what I needed to do. But yeah, I classify myself as a dad. Unless I'm filling out paperwork for it, then it's like, father. But other than that, I classify myself as a dad, and it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
Well, thank you, man, for being here, part of the show. I really appreciate your participation. Next up on the screen, my man. Yeah, it's you.
Hey, I'm super shy, so y'all gotta bear with me.
Okay.
My name, I'm totally just joshing y'all. My name is Leon Ross. I'm from Compton, California. I am a single dad of 1. I have primary custody of him. And I have a business called Daddies Unite, where I bring fathers together, and we fellowship and encourage each other, as well as uplift the fathers who aren't doing what they would like to be doing custody-wise and other things in their children's lives. I'm also an artist, and that was my song playing in the beginning of this
That's my son. Hey, ain't nothing changed. That's what's up, man. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man.
And last but not least, my little big brother, as we all know him. Oh Lord, he did not do it like that. Clifton Mello, Snoopy. He did not do it like that. Yeah, go ahead. You introduce yourself, please.
Well, like you said, I'm a regular on this here show, so
Right.
anything I can do to support you, I'm here for you. Probably most of y'all already know I got two children, 2 young adults. My daughter will be 21 in a couple of days, and my son is 19. He'll be 20 in December.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah. So I think they call me dad. Hell, I call my dad Daddy. So that's all I.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm gonna switch back to Mr. Ross real fast. I know you said you had one. How old is your child?
My son is 7. He'll be 8 in September.
That's what's up. All right.
Yeah,
So,
and I consider I didn't answer the question. I consider myself a dad. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So, as always, I got some little notes. My name is Onyx. I like to classify myself as a dad. And we're going to talk about why I said dad, but I do have one child. Everybody knows her. She's probably more popular than her dad is. People see her and be like, I saw Sasha. Don't even know who I am, but they knew who she was. So,
right.
Hey, but I'm going to start it off like this. Almost any man or boy, for that matter, could be a father. Any man. There's a greater responsibility, though, when you bring life into this world. For some fathers or dads, I don't know which one, they disappear. Some take on some of the responsibilities. They share the responsibilities of parenting, with the mom. And then the others have a semi kind of interest in the child. So tonight, with the help of you gentlemen, you fellas, I'm counting on us to help define what is a dad, what is a father, or who is the dad, who's the father. Is there a difference between the two worlds? Personally, I have my thoughts, but I'm gonna save mine for after. And for my audience, I encourage you guys, by all means, feel free to type it in. I see my cousin Kelvin. Listen, I know you got about 11 kids yourself. Feel free, man, to share your thoughts, how you feel. If you feel you're a father, then so be it. I know my dad is here, so I just named him my dad, but he may feel like he's something different. I don't know. But by all means, please share your thoughts. So I prepared a couple of questions, and I got these breakdowns, you guys, and we're going to just kind of jump all over the place. But let's start off with a couple of the questions, please, or one of the questions. So the first question, and it's not even one that's written. I know everybody said that they are dads in their opinion. What makes you a dad? Why do you feel that you are a dad? And anybody can, jump in. Yeah,
I'm looking at the screen.
Spotlight, man. Jump in. Anybody can jump in.
With me, I think that what makes me a dad is like I tried to mimic a lot of the things that my dad, because I call my dad daddy too. I'm almost 40. I still call him daddy, like daddy,
Yep.
So I try to mimic some of the things that he did while I was growing up, and it was like we had that bond, we had that tight bond where whenever I needed to talk to him about something, I could, and because he would always talk to me about it. I mean, both my parents did, but we talked my dads, and he did. He talked to me like, "Hey, son, what you think about this?" So I try to emulate the same thing with my children because at the end of the day, I have to. That's my job. And I feel like the dad part, that's the job. The father, that's the classification, that's your title. But the job description is dad. Like you got to get out there and you got to get your hands dirty. You got to do some stuff that you might not want to. It might be uncomfortable, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do for the kids. So
Right.
that's what I consider myself. What I consider makes me a dad. You know, just to have that bond with my kids and have a personal relationship with each one of them and all of them at the same time.
Right. Right.
That was a great definition. That was a great definition.
Yeah.
Great definition.
Okay. So I wrote down some of these things. You know, I'm always on YouTube and looking at different other podcasts. And I was watching one and it kind of gave a breakdown between father and dad. And it said that a father would be an observer. They just observe what their children or child is doing. They just kind of watch them whenever. But a dad gets fully engaged in whatever activities that the child is participating in. And I was like, you know what? That's the truth. You know, more and more you see dads at the basketball games, the football games, the soccer game for the baby girls, you know, whatever sports that they are involved in, or cheerleading, whatever it is. Because, you know, some of us have daughters, myself, some of us have sons, some of us have both, you know, and you have to balance your time with that. Then it goes on to say that fathers make promises, but dads make commitments. And that right there struck a nerve or struck a chord for me. As a dad, you know, my life isn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. My wife and I have been separated for some years, many years at this point. My daughter has gone from elementary school to high school to she's a college student. But I made it a point to be a part of her life to the best of my capabilities. So that was my commitment, because I was a product of a single parent home. You know, not painting a bad picture of my dad, because my dad did what he could do when he could do it. Come over on the weekends, pick us up, take us to his house, so on and so forth. But what do you think that commitment and that make promises, how do you think that affects our children today?
It affects them highly.
Well, I'm gonna take it. Say the question one more time, just so I can have. Ask me that question one more time.
You got the fathers that make promises. You got the dads that make commitments. How do you think that affects our children for today?
It's tough, man. Like I came from, you know, not having my dad around like at all, and he made promises. he never committed to anything, but he made promises. I'm gonna come pick you up, and it never happened. But to answer your question about how it affects the kids, I believe every kid has their own journey. Some are more beneficial with the dad, some are not. And I believe, me looking at my life and how I was really raised, you know, by the streets for the most part, when I was gang banging and doing all the things that I shouldn't have been doing. But I also was rooted because I was raised by a Southern family, and my grandparents, me and my grandparents was always together, and they was in the church. So I grew up in the church where I spent most of the weekends. When I was in the hood. I was in the hood Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. You know what I'm saying? So had my dad been there, I wouldn't have Daddies Unite right now. Like this business was started so that I wouldn't make an excuse. Oh, I'm doing this because my dad wasn't there. I'm doing this because my dad wasn't there. Now, had he been there, I would have probably been like him and not as good as the individual I am right now. So I'm not saying dads don't be there for your kids, but I'm saying that that different situations affect people differently. You know,
Right.
And some people want to make it be the victim. Some people play victim, and some people they want to be better and help other people.
Right.
And that's how it was for me. And but how I'm teaching my son knows how to at the age of 7, he knows how to be courteous, respect adults, be there for your people you love. Like he's learning those values early. The values that I've learned, that I taught myself, he's learning already. So me being there for him is being beneficial to him, if that makes sense.
Right.
But my dad wasn't there for me, was beneficial to me because my dad is a player who really just lived his life. He texted me yesterday like, "Hey man, how do I get to Moreno Valley?" I'm like, "Dad, she not worth it." He's like, "All right." I'm like, "Nigga, you 67 years old. You worried about how to get to a woman's house, man. You texting your son about how to get to another woman's house. Like, come on, Dad, just hang it up, brother." You know what I'm saying? So I do naturally have some of these tendencies with my lust for women. I have that, but I'm also respectful and I'm a gentleman with it. And I'm not a player type, I'm not a cheating type. So I got the good. I got the good from both of my parents, I will say.
Okay, that's what's up. What's up?
And I think when you make that, as you said that, and as Leon was talking, I was thinking that have I ever said I promised I'll be or I'll do something to my kids? I don't think so, because like you just said, my dad was in the household, and I learned a lot of things from him, what to do and what not to do. But he missed out on a lot of things. He didn't come to our basketball games, and certain things he didn't do that I wish he had. So I know I made a conscientious effort that I was going to be there for my kids. Now, if I can't be there, which has been rare, they knew in advance. I just did not show up.
Right.
And so I think that's important, because I know certain kids who were waiting on the steps for their dad, because guess what? Their dad said, "I promise I'll be there," and didn't show up. And that shit hurts. And then and I think I said it a couple of weeks ago on here, hurt people.
Right.
And
That's true.
I knew I didn't want that for my kids. So if I'm not there, and I got my friends and they know too, if I'm not there and I'm gonna be there, something happened to me. And you didn't hear
Right.
nothing from me, something happened to me. And so
Right.
I make that commitment. And parenting was a commitment to me. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
That's what's up. That it's always that fine line. I don't care what we talk about, and this is not to paint a bad picture of fathers, because there are a lot of fathers out here, and there are a lot of dads. We have some good dads. We got some not so good dads. We got some good fathers, and we got some not so good fathers.
Right.
You know, Father's Day is coming up. I think it's the 20th. And one of the reasons why I even wanted to do this show in the first place was because we don't celebrate, we don't embrace those dads or those fathers, whichever one you classify yourself as. We don't celebrate them enough for the good that they do. But we do hear all the negatives behind it, whether it's you ain't paid your child support, or you ain't make it to the basketball game, or all the negative things. You ain't give them no money for no clothes. He need, she need, they hungry. You ain't. We never hear that you are a good dad. And when we do hear it, we almost are taken back. Like
who, me? Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
And I know I feel differently. I've had those conversations like, hey, you know what? I know we going through what we've been through or going through it, but one thing I can say for sure, you're a good dad to Sasha, and I appreciate that. That means a whole lot to me. That's the drive to keep going and keep providing like I'm supposed to, regardless. Like Leon said, I'm a product of the South, the upbringing, and I don't want to be a disappointment to my child whatsoever. I want to be, as best as I possibly can be, the best dad. For myself, I classify myself as a dad. I think that father is a title on the birth certificate, or any other written paper document. I think dad is the guy who is there, who call me. You know, to this day, I'm still telling my daughter, baby girl, I don't care what it is. You need me, call me. You know, she'll bait me in on some stuff. Daddy, you want to go? You want to get your nails? You want to get your toes done? Well, I ain't got them done in a minute, so I fall for the okie doke. Yeah. I'm a treat you. Oh, okay. Well, let's get it in.
Yeah.
But she forgot to tell me that we was gonna travel all the way to West Covina to get some nails done. Huh?
Got him.
But guess what? I got my nails done. I got my toes done. Shall I say? I got my pedicure. I'm good. We do those things. That's what daddies do.
Right.
That's what daddies do. Fathers will be like, well, let me see what I can do. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try.
That's it.
Is that pay for it, but don't be involved in it type of vibe.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
I'll send you to go get it, but I'm not gonna go with you.
That part. So this is a panel of I think somebody said it earlier, a panel of chocolate brothers. We got some youth and we got some tenure. I ain't gonna tell y'all who's the oldest, and I ain't gonna tell you who's the youngest.
I'm tenure.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, what advice, if you have any, for our men, our fellas, our brothers, and it don't have to be, although we are an all black panel here tonight. But what advice do you have for those dads that are listening, that are watching? Because I know the ladies is like this, but what about the fellas? What do we have for them? What advice?
Throw yourself in it every time. The basketball games, the dance recitals, the band practice, the field trips. If you can get there, be there. I used to go to this thing called Donuts with Dads. Notice it said Donuts with Dads, not Donuts with Fathers. And I kind of got it kind of messed with me a little bit because I was like one of the only men there. And it's supposed to be Donuts with Dads, at the school with the children. And there was a lot of moms there. And they looking at me like I wasn't supposed to be there. And I'm looking at them like, I'm glad y'all here, but what dude them met, So whatever it is that's going on in your child's life, if they, especially if it's something positive for them, get involved. Get involved. Show them that you care. Show them that you're excited, just as excited or more excited about what they're doing than they are, because that's going to give them that drive to want to do it. Well, I want to do this because my dad said that's cool. He likes when I do this, or he likes the fact that I can play this instrument, I can play this sport, or I can, do whatever the case. Whatever it is that your child may do, whether it's a boy or a girl, not just the boys, but boys and girls. So just get in there and just be present. That's it. Just be present. You can't work a job if you ain't there on the clock.
Ooh, boy, that's dope. Yeah, you can't work
a
job.
You can't work a job if you. Let me write that down, boy.
Yeah, that's in my spirit, man.
Hold on, let me do this right there. Hold on, right. What? Man. You cannot work a job if you ain't on the clock.
You don't mind we borrow that, do you?
Hey, I'm writing it down myself, so I'm just
hey,
freestyle right there. I mean,
look at God. Look at God. You freestyle that? That's a lot of years.
It just came to me, but I mean, that's real though,
What?
That was God. You letting the spirit use you, brother.
All I'm trying to do is let it happen if it needs to do though. That's what it is.
Yeah. My brother, my niece is gonna be starting. Oh Lord, is it junior high? I think it's junior high. Sheldon, let me know which is it, junior high. But he said that he told her on the first day, "I'm walking you through the gates into your class." And she, daddy, no, because all little boys and those girls, because you don't know these days, they need to know that you have a father in your life.
Yeah.
And like my man said, the presence speaks volumes, and you don't even got to say a word. Because whether it's people trying to pick on your son or daughter, if they know there's a man in their life and a strong one at that, they don't think twice about it. Because I told my daughter she's about to turn 21, like I said, and she, ready to have her first drink that I know of. And
Wow. It's tough.
let's be real.
Tough.
Let's be real. So
You
I,
gotta
I
be real
told
with it.
her, which I've been telling her from I don't know how long, don't accept no drink from nobody. I don't care if it's the bartender that said this is from so and so, because the bartenders be on some shenanigans too. If you
Yeah.
don't know this person, no, don't, because you already know how your daddy is, and it's gonna be hunting season. So
Facts.
you need
Yeah.
they need to understand that they got a strong person in their corner. And that's what
Mhm.
I would tell dads. Just be a present. Even if you're not with the mom, y'all going through whatever you're going through, fight for that. Fight for it. Like I told Leon when I was on his show, man, fight for that. No matter what that your baby mama putting you through, fight for your kid. That's what they're gonna remember.
Right, right. Because truth be told, and Mellow, Cliff, Snoopy, as we've had many conversations, man, our children or child, they're going to remember everything that you didn't do. They're going to remember some of the things that you did do, but they're going to remember everything that you didn't do. Because guess what? We did the same thing. If you look at your parents, you think about everything that didn't go right. Man, I didn't get to stay after school until I got in high school, 12th grade. Mama, I'm staying after school, period. But prior to that, my mama was not having it. You will catch that bus right on home. You will
Come
be
back.
here, period. I'm not looking for you. You'll be here before I get here. Okay. So, hey, man,
Hey, he ain't lying. He is not lying.
come on, man.
Mama didn't play that.
We already know. Now, I've heard it many times. I've heard it many times before, especially for these fathers. When it is they turn, they got joint custody or they got a timeline. They get their child once a week or on the weekends, every other weekend. Hey man, what you got going on for the weekend? Oh man, I got to babysit.
Nah.
You got a what? Yeah, I got to babysit, man.
Return to sender.
I never babysitted my daughter. I never, when man, I was encouraging my wife to go. I got you. I done took my daughter to school. I done combed her hair. It wasn't the best, but guess what?
At all.
It was done. You know,
Not
my daughter,
barely.
Good enough. It was good enough.
hey, we
Right?
laugh about it now, and she be mad about it. Like, Daddy, you really had me looking like that. Hey, I did
Yeah.
the best that I could.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's the hands in. That's the hands on. Devin said it. Jump in, fellas. We are dropping the ball, and I'm not talking about my panel of guys, but overall as men, we are dropping the ball. Meanwhile, the ladies is looking at us cockeyed, because we quick with the hey baby, hey, let me holler at you though. How many kids you got? Oh, well, how often do you see them? Well, are you in their life? Well, they don't want that burden.
Right.
So I don't care how many kids you have. You can have 15 kids, but if you in your children's life, that's what counts the most. We are causing our children lives to be turned upside down with our absence. I believe it. And this is why you have to go hard for your child. So I don't know. I think that you know, a father will make mistakes and he will rarely admit that he made a mistake. A dad, he's gonna make a mistake. He's gonna own up to it. Hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry, my bad. Let's fix that. Let's do something different. And we keep growing. That's what it is. That's what life is about for us. So I don't know. What else you guys got? I'm looking at some of the comments.
I'm gonna say this because you know we like you said, some of us are a little younger, some of us a little older.
Why you keep bringing that up?
Because I said I was tenure at first, but now I'm going to reveal what my age bracket. Right. These days, like I said, I'm an old school dude. I'm old school. Even no matter how young I always was, I was raised by old school, so I'm old school, right? Right. But a lot of women these days, a lot of the younger women, I should say, they don't even ask if you take care of your kids. It's more so they might ask if you got kids if they don't already see your kids on social media or see or right. know you from back then or know you to some degree. But I mean, for me, a lot of women that I do date is because we already got comfortable at least on social media already. They already see me. I post Zoe every day. You know what I'm saying? But when I meet women in passing or back when I was clubbing, they don't care if you got kids. They like you, regardless of your kids. And I will say I've dated at least 5 women who were into me. And they were into my kid, but they weren't into how much I was into my kid, if that makes sense. Like I'm like, my son comes first. I don't care how pretty you are. I do not care. Because my dad wasn't there, so my priority is God and my son, right? So it turned her off because I don't get babysitters for if it's a necessity. I use my babysitters when I need them. I don't use them because I want to go have sex with a girl. Or I want to go do this with a girl. I don't do that, right? So it turns them off. Like when I don't be available when they want, like how it was when I was growing up and girls and I have a kid and the girl like I got my daughter. It'll turn me off. I'm like, all right, man, you ain't never free to come get some. You know what I'm saying? So really, that's how it is for women. Like that's how it is for women. I feel like I'm a mother. You know what I'm saying? That's how they treat me. They like, hey, you always. I'm like, hey, responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure it was probably different for you guys. When you were younger, or maybe not. I don't know.
In the Stone Age.
Right. But this generation of women, these younger generation of everything, men and women. It's sad. It's sad. And not to get go ahead, Devin.
No, I want you to finish that because I want to build on what you just said. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get off topic then because I was getting ready to shoot somewhere else. So if you got some on it, go ahead and say it, brother.
No, I just want to say that you kind of answered the question he asked earlier about when we are not, as a whole, we're not there like we need to be for the children. What is it doing to them? That what you just said, that's the end result of what happened 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So if she doesn't care that you have children, she wants you to be all into her because she's maybe looking for some validation because she didn't have a father in her life like he was supposed to be, or a dad in her life like he was supposed to be. And so now as soon as she gets that male attention, she's trying to hold on to it. And now she's got to share it with some people. And it's like, how can you compete with these people that look just like him? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You can't do that. So it's like, okay, well, I don't matter. No, it's not that you don't matter. Honestly, you just don't matter as much as they do to me right now because these are my children. And they have to take care. I have to take care of them. So I know just looking at it from both standpoints, it's like that's kind of what happens in the future. That is what we'll be dealing with. We'll be listening to our children telling us about, man, my son or my daughter is dating this piece of shit right now because of what happened, what's going on right now, or what's not going on right now, should I say? So that's what I want to cook up on that. That's why yeah.
Hey, one more, Onyx. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with. I'm pretty sure y'all don't really keep up with social media like that. As far as like
calling us old in our face, though.
Yeah. He keep doing it, like we ain't sitting here. I mean, don't you know we can see you?
Right.
We can. Wait.
Let me clean it up. What I mean by like shade room and what celebrities are doing. Y'all keep up with social media, but like with all the extra blogs and
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
all of that. Yeah, thank you. All right,
Yeah.
I'm good.
You got me.
Pretty much Facebook, Instagram,
Exactly.
Clubhouse.
Okay.
I'm through.
So look, for me, I don't really keep up with it either. But because it's all my age demographic, that's all I talk about on Facebook and Instagram is what goes on the Shade Room and what goes on with celebrities. So I have no choice but to be knowledgeable of it, even if I don't go searching for it, right? So all I saw on my timeline yesterday, the last few days was bonnets, right? So I don't know if you guys heard what Monique did. Monique went on social media and talked about, respect and, respecting yourself and self-worth and loving yourself to be presentable, represent your family and all that stuff. When you go out, get dressed, do your hair, you know what I'm saying? Look presentable when you go out, right? So I'm only bringing this up because somewhere down the line, it got messed up, right? Because I've been seeing it a lot lately where when I go to the airport, when I travel, go to the store, and I'm like, sisters, like y'all go out looking tacky. You know what I'm saying? You can run into somebody who can change your life forever, not just a man, but just anybody. And y'all looking like y'all just woke up. It's like y'all gonna wear a bathing suit to church next. Like y'all going down the street. Y'all going down the street like y'all going to bed. Like I don't know whether you're going or coming. And it's like, I come from, that Southern, like you gotta represent your grandma, your mom, or your dad, your grandma. You gotta represent them or they'll tear you up. Like, go back in the house. Where you think you going?
You ain't finna wear that.
Now,
Okay, so
go ahead.
I gotta play devil's advocate because I commented on I believe it was my friend Sean's post, Sean Berry there, because she talked about the bonnet situation. For those of us who are mature, I remember my mom pulling up in the Burgundy Mercury with the window comes down in the back. My mom dropped us off at 24th Street School Elementary for me with her robe on, with the sponge rollers, right? And I get it, bonnets, because some of this stuff is over the top. We are too comfortable. But that's how my mom, she didn't get out the car to walk me into my classroom, but she walked down that step to get to the car. And I'm looking, Mama, you about to, boy, if you don't get in this car and let's go so you can get to school, right? There's many of us like that. But again, like you said, somewhere down the line, it got messed up. What turned into, I'm going to just tie my head up real fast, ladies. I'm going to tie my head up real fast. And when we get to the airport or when we get off the plane at our said destination, I'm going to undo it and be ready to go. No, they're not doing that now. They, like you said, they wearing pajamas all day long.
Right.
Funking around in pajamas and Ugg boots and a bonnet, like
Ugg boots. I hate those. I hate Ugg boots.
And they always look like this.
Look like some stank always.
But at the end of the day, guess what? We could do this at those ladies in the bonnets all day long, right? Well, what's the phrase? You pointing? How many fingers you got pointing back at you?
Oh,
right. That don't take away from what we supposed to be doing,
right?
As a dad.
And that's why I brought it up, because I know if a lot more dads was present. We're not going. We dads and daughters,
right?
We not going for that. We are not going for that.
Yeah. Hey man, we cringe. I got a daughter. First time that I seen my daughter wear something that even looked like it was something close to some booty shorts or something. Hold on, Daddy. I'm just in the house. This is what I sleep in. No, man. No. You can't do that. No.
But you woke right now. You ain't sleep.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Hey, it ain't even that bad because I know it's my punishment because I like big booties. And my daughter is shapely with a big boot. I'm like, oh, Lord have mercy. Oh! Right. But, I got it.
What I do, I ain't do nothing.
Right.
I do the deserve, Lord.
Right.
I'm like,
Right.
oh,
Why she couldn't
wow,
be that
really?
skinny?
Hey.
Right.
We want to be looking shaped like this. Why can't she be shaped like this?
Yeah, you know.
And this is how you really know that a dad is a dad, because soon as you see them beginning the transformation, when I seen my daughter go from the t-shirt, the Fruit of the Loom t-shirts that you get the Hello Kitty and the My Little Pony matching little set with the matching t-shirt and panties. Okay, cool. Then it went to Daddy, I'm in the training bra. You know what? I got an A cup.
I don't want to hit it.
Now, Daddy, I need to go to Victoria. Oh, no.
No, we're not.
No. I can't do that. You got to go with your mama. I'm not about
I ain't be able to
do that.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get some bullets.
Hey, look, why you playing?
Yeah, that way. Hollowed out those.
The last time that I took my daughter shopping, like physically with her, I sat outside. We went to 3rd Street Promenade, and I sat outside in the courtyard like this
With the other dads.
It wasn't too many of those, but yeah, I was out there because you have to acknowledge, the babies they growing up fast, man. So I want to do this, guys. I definitely have to do this and celebrate my bros, my fellas. Hey, please continue to be inspirational. This ain't over, but I just got to say these words. Continue to be inspirational to your child, to your children. Let's see if we can motivate some more dads. If it's 4 of us here and we doing what we believe to be a good job as a dad, hey, can we pass that on to the next fella? And with that being the case, Mr. Leon, and I apologize to you, bro, in advance. I meant to have, and I got here and I didn't do it. I wanted to download your picture onto this screen so I could make it visible. But let's hear a little bit, man, about Daddies Unite, what you got going on with that. I definitely want, everybody to be able to benefit from that information.
Okay. All right. Well, Daddies Unite is it's a nonprofit and a for-profit organization that I started, I believe, in 2015. Was when the idea came to me, and it came to me while I was going through custody battles for my son, and I realized through my journey how many fathers that I knew personally who didn't have custody, any custody of their kids. They were fully reliable or relying on when she say the kids were available or when she say they can get the kids. So that inspired me to start this, to educate, because I have family members who are in the system as far as like lawyers, paralegals, and they taught me the game. They taught me what I need to know and my rights as a man and as a father. So that encouraged me to start this business and help dads who are in need, because there are a lot of dads who just don't know that they have rights to their kid just as equal as the mother. Like when the child is born, they have that. They don't know it. And so what I do is we have events where dads just come together, fellowship, talk, network, and bring the kids together, have a day of fun. I have a few friends who are business owners. One has a catering service, so we usually have like a brunching with dads, and we put it all over social media. And we started that before COVID hit. Now that COVID is going away, I guess we'll get back to that now. I guess we'll get back to that now. Yeah. But yeah, everything is based on social media nowadays. That's where most of the influence comes from. So we take pictures. We all have my Daddies Unite shirts on. I sell the shirts as well. I have a website where I have backpacks, everything you can think of, socks, everything. And we all wear Daddies Unite. We're uniformed, and we take pictures. And whether the dad is full on handling his business like he's supposed to, or if he's not and need to step it up. Either way, go a dad that sees a bunch of dads coming together with their kids, it's gonna touch them. It's going to, whether they like, oh man, let me get my kid, I'm going to the next event, or all right, man, it's time to stop playing around. I gotta really step my game up with my child. I gotta handle my business with my child's mom, and I gotta be a part of that. So either way it goes, it's gonna affect dads, and that's the goal. It's Daddies Unite Worldwide. Right now it's Daddies Unite California, and we need to get it at Daddies Unite Worldwide. So yeah, that's my spiel.
That's what's up, man.
Good deal.
Good
Big
deal.
shouts out to you. I got to do it for you. And just to give you guys a little bit of Mr. Leon Ross's background with myself and with Clifton Mello Snoopy, CEO. We used to be together. We had a label, Lewis Entertainment. Leon was one of the artists on the label. Gwendolyn, I know you're watching. You know, he said Lewis Entertainment wasn't going nowhere. Look at here. Leon Ross, he's here. The music that you heard to open up the show, that was his. I'm definitely going to play him going out to give him that airplay. Man, I'm really proud of you, bro. Really, to see you grow from youth to adulthood to being a father on paper, but a dad in real life. I commend you, man. I really do. I commend all you bros, really.
Thanks.
You
You guys
doing what you do. Y'all want it again? Just let me know. I'll give it to you. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, cannons to the right of me.
To the left of them.
Hey,
Oh,
if nobody tells you that they appreciate you, I do appreciate you. I know that the ladies that are listening, that are paying attention, you fellas or us fellas are the fellas that they wanted their children's father, dad to be similar to, not identical, but
right.
Just have a vested interest in the child. We don't realize how powerful that's going to be. What we do now is going to affect our child or children later, period. So keep up the good work. Daddies Unite. I expect us to do some things together. You know, Gentlemen After Dark. You know, I stand behind you, bro. I support what you got going on. You know, my platform is always open. Mello will tell you, or Cliff, or CEO, or DCP, whatever. It's always open, man. I'm always looking to help where I can, and I want to help even more so when it's something on a positive tip. Daddies Unite, just the name alone. You know, again, dating myself. For those of us who are old enough to remember, 24th Street School Elementary, they used to host a banquet. It was called Father-Daughter Day.
Yep.
Or Father-Son Day.
Yep.
And you got that box of chicken from Kentucky. You showed up at the elementary school cafeteria, and you just spent the day, or a couple of, I won't even call it hours. You spent a few minutes with your dad or with your father, whichever one it was. So to see you hosting events, man, brunches, please keep me in the loop, man. I definitely would like to partake and share in that from a Gentleman After Dark perspective. And definitely I want to invite you back on the show, man, where we could just really chop it up about your movement and see how can we expand the horizons and get you just not here on social media, but, you know, we got Devin in Memphis.
Let's do it.
I'm just a telephone call away, and, you know, cyber is making it best for us. So
Thanks.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
We still got a few minutes, you guys. So what I want to do is give each of you a little bit of time, just to speak your piece, how, you know, you want to help others, or, you know, whatever you got going on that can be beneficial for the audience. The ladies are definitely loving what you had to say. We got Miss Mo here. Miss Tamara's applauding us. Miss Michelle said, look at that. I'm just gonna keep it all going. The ladies is loving this, man. So, I know it ain't all about the ladies because it's about us and what we do or don't do, but I definitely want to see us doing better, at least this small nuclei if we could reach out. So, Devin, go ahead, man. The floor is yours. Speak your piece, whatever you want to say.
Man, I thank you. I am so happy to be here. But no, in all seriousness, it's like I don't remember who said. I was rolling back trying to see it. Somebody said, each one teach one,
Mm-hmm.
each one reach one and teach one. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, at some time, sometimes you might just be walking down the street, or you might be in the store getting a cup of coffee, and hey, brother, what's going on? Oh, nothing, man. What's going on? I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good too. That right there can set the day in a good way for the rest of the day. It can set you up for the rest of the day in a positive way. We don't have to always be all. You remember the R&B album covers back in the day? Everybody was smiling and they were happy. Now everybody want to be. Even the R&B singers is like, yo, why are you that gangster?
Right.
We don't have to do that. And see, what happens is, it's kind of like if I'm with my kids and Leon with his kids, and he icing me, and I'm mean mugging him. Now my kids is gonna do the same thing to his kids. So it
Yep.
went from one man and his family and another man and his family to two gangs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
In essence, you see what I'm saying? So
mhm.
I've always tried to. I speak to people and I get mad at myself because I speak and folks don't speak back. I'm like, man, look, we still in the South. We got the hospitality. You ain't in New York, but it's just like we just need to get to the point to where we can actually start back having conversations with each other. Men having conversations with other men about what we go through, because it's a reason why we end up dying a lot younger than we should, because we worry about stuff. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm good. All that I'm all right. I'm okay. Ain't nothing wrong with me. That's gonna be a stroke or a heart attack or a brain aneurysm. It's gonna be something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if we get to the point to where we can get back to talking to each other, having communication, real dialogue, not just chopping it up like, oh yeah, man, what's up, man? What's going on? No, I'm talking about, yo, how you feeling? How's your mental? Every time me and my brother talk on the phone, so how's your mental, brother? We
Mm-hmm.
need to get back to that, because there's some people that's been watching us the whole time, and a lot of times we don't pay attention because they're a lot shorter than us. Those are our children. That's our
Mm,
biggest audience. And see,
yep.
our children may be the children be around somebody else's children and influence them in a
Mm-hmm.
good or a bad way. So now you have to think about, am I influencing just my children or possibly the rest of the world in a good or
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
bad way? So
Absolutely.
we got to get
Absolutely.
back to it.
Look,
We gotta have Devin back on the show.
oh, for sure. You already know that.
There's no problem. No problem. Let's do it.
My guy DJ all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, he said, I realize now that I will be learning this father thing until they throw dirt on me.
Yep.
Yo, it
He
is a
said something.
continual change, bro. The children definitely aren't the children that we were growing up. Uh, you know, mama just raised her voice a smidget, and you was like this.
Barely.
Mama looked at you like this. You was like this. Now, look at some kids now like this. They're gonna look at you back. What you looking at? Probably
Yeah.
gonna call you a bitch or whatever else. What you looking at? And they
Yeah,
ready
ain't
to
gonna be
fight you.
good. Right.
And then next thing you know, you on World Star getting beat up by a mob of kids.
Wait a minute now. I thought it was one. I thought it was just one.
Hey,
You said a mom.
it happens
They
just
made the
like that.
call.
So, it's a continual learning thing.
Right.
Mello, what about you, man? What you got to say?
Man, once
Flip.
again, I'm here to help anybody and be helped by those who have the same knowledge, so I can take that knowledge, apply it, and become wise, because that's what wisdom is, the application of knowledge. So with that being said, like I told Leon when he told me about Daddies Unite, I was all for it. I've watched him grow for a while now, and like you said, from an artist that he was to the artist that he is now to the dad he is, I love it. And all the Lewis Entertainment artists, I'm watching them. They've become parents, and I'm proud of it. And hopefully, I had influence on that, because when they were around, my kids were little. My business partner Daryl, if he's watching, he used to say, "Man, your kids don't say nothing. I forget they in the room." But that's the training from Ruby that I used with them. And it's not that it was fear, but it was more respect. And if you don't
Mhm.
respect another man's household, you're not respecting me. And now I got to show my ass. Because, like Ruby said, I'm not going to be embarrassed. You are.
Right.
We can
Right.
all get
So,
ignorant.
Right.
We
yeah.
can all do it.
So,
We
and
can all get
that's
there.
part of being a daddy. And so I would say don't be afraid to be a dad to your kids because it's gonna save their lives. And like Devin said, it is a friend who's looking at, man, your dad treat you like this and you act like this and you reward it because I need to step my game up. So you never know who you're gonna influence, like Devin said, good or bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, we are constantly under scrutiny. Is that the word? Scrutiny? We're being
Yeah.
scrutinized. Our children do it. You know, they already classify us old. I know my daughter,
Leon.
she'd be like, right, Leon, old.
Leon.
Um,
Ah.
she'll say it in a heartbeat, Dad, that's the old way, Dad. That's the old way. And it'd be like, man, it's not the old way. Are you serious? But to her, I'm old. 52 is old. To the young kids, I'm not that old. I'm older. I move a little bit slower, but this right here, this is sharp. I try to keep that going. When this, like Mello said earlier, if he don't show up to something, something happened. When
Mhm.
this snap, crackle, and pop, then you know, he old because it ain't working no more. I try to keep this going. This computer life, the smartphone stuff, man. Without it, we get lost. So keep embracing it, man. Leon, you got the last word before I take my final words,
I
baby boy.
just want to piggyback off of you said never. Well, I think Snoop said never stop fighting. A lot of dudes will fight for a relationship with a woman, fight for their job, but your biggest job is your kids, man. So that's no matter what you got to do. You got to finesse your baby mama. You know what I'm saying? Take her to court. Whatever you got to do, fight for your kids, man, because they represent you and you represent them.
Um, one more time, Devin. What was that? What was that phrase that you said? I just need to hear that one more time.
Uh,
If you ain't care or whatever you said.
Yeah.
I said you can't work a job if you're not there on the clock. Can't. It's not possible. And look, and you won't get paid either. Don't go to work
Right.
tomorrow and see if they pay you for tomorrow.
Shooby doo. Right, right.
Drop the mic,
Hold on.
man. You gotta drop the mic.
You gotta
Real
drop the
talk.
mic
Hold on.
on them, right? You know. All right, man. This has been fun.
Yeah.
Somebody said it right here. Men need support systems too. My brothers, my fellas, my dads, my fathers. We have to stop being afraid, shy to have conversations. You could take perfect strangers and have a conversation. When I put up the flyer, Devin was the first individual to reach out to me to go, hey, I would love to help. Okay. This morning, Mello says, hey, Leon said he wants to be in. Hey, this is all that it takes. It's healthy. It's good for us. We walk a similar walk. We walk down a similar path, but we have different experiences. We have a different perspective of the same travels that we're traveling. So if I can be of assistance, y'all can hit me up anytime. And hopefully the same goes for you. There are people who are here. I know for a fact I'm gonna get those inboxes like, yo, man, you know, you was in my kitchen. Huh? What you mean? You was talking to me and you didn't even know you was talking to me. There's gonna be a lot of that. So let's just continue to be positive, fellas. Help where we can help. And what does it say right here? I'm praying someone learns something. That part right there from this show Great show tonight. Great info. That's all I
Thank
care
you.
about. If one person learns, I'm good.
Yeah.
So you fellas keep doing what you're doing. Leon, I'm gonna get us out here with your music. The song is entitled Talk About It, man. Tell us a little bit real quick before I get it going. Tell us about what Talk About It is about. You guys take a listen to this young man. I know everybody ain't into the hip hop life or rap game or whatever,
Yeah,
but
we so old.
yeah, you know. But tell us about it, man.
Well, this song, it doesn't have no profanity in it. It's a clean song. And this song is basically touching on life these days and all the things that we're going through as individuals of all races. And the world forgot how to love. And, you know, everything is so segregated. They're over there, you're over there, over there. And when we got to come together, just love, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about it.
Hey, there was a part on the song where it just caught me right away. We overweight and under love. Oh,
Yeah.
game. Underweight.
Yeah.
Ours.
Man, it's called Talk About It, y'all. Listen, that's my time, you guys. If you have not done so yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, G-Man After Dark, G-M-A-N After Dark. Shouts out to my guys. Thank you, Devin. Thank you, Leon.
Thank you.
Daddies Unite. Sorry, I didn't have that up here so I could put that picture up, man. Daddies Unite. We're going to make that a big deal. Clifton Mello. Noopy Snoopy. Hey, I love you guys, man. I appreciate you. To my audience, thank you guys again. And last but not least, last week I did say, hey, there was a raffle spin going down for C and L. That's Candace and Larry Echoes. They're auctioning off basically a trip to either Florida or to Vegas. $10 entry fee. If you haven't done that, man, get in there. It's still plenty of room for you guys to do that. I put that on my page. Take a look. That's my time from the desert to the sea and to all the cities in between. Good evening.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, y'all.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Today I got time. I'm a beast that we talking musically. Acting too, I act the fool. Ain't much that I can't do. I'm a king and go like that Akron do. Love God and I'm spiritual. Not one to live a perfect life. I help those that I can. And clap cheeks on a perfect night. I sin and I fall short, bruh. No reason to lie about it. Death is hard, I cry about it. I love hard, I ain't shy about it. Secure in my manhood, this man's good. G, I'm a big part of my kid's life, like every man should be. That is not as my business. Go ahead and join the movement, bro. I take L's all the time. That's lessons, I'm not losing though. No cubicles, I ain't sitting down, I'm standing up. 10 toes, I was washed up like 10 lows. Now I'm hearing yes, I was hearing no. Things changing, so did I. I'm showing out. I gotta chill. You gotta feel
like that,
me
Devin.
on
I
this
see
one.
you.
I'm
I
a
see
real
you.
one.
Right.
Doing God's will. Ain't chasing meals. I'ma get those. Operating on God's time. It's about time y'all understand we're all beautiful in God's eyes. Life ain't about being perfect. It's about getting better. No matter what you've been through, it's the perfect time to get you together. Principles in life, what are you teaching? Love or hate? People out here struggling, underloved and overweight and underpaid. That realness is underway. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. That realness is underway. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Today I got time.
Today we had time, y'all.
Hey.
Talk about it.
Hey.
That's our time. Gentlemen After Dark, a place where grown folks can talk without judgment.
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys.